Delios, what's going on, bro?
It's
Talk to me.
delegation in the location, guys. It's delegation in the location. How you doing?
You know what? Still smart, because he left London. He knew what was going to happen.
Oh, is it?
He knew what was going on. Because listen, if you were here with us, yeah,
Ooh.
all you could hear was cars honking, people singing, bare Guna chants, like in the middle of the game. And then to top it all, across the screen, they flashed
Oh my god.
Arsenal are now champions. Like,
My
you
head was
couldn't
gone.
make it up, bro. Like, it's crazy. I hadn't even left the studio. I put my phone on flight mode and looks what's going on. I'm trying to focus on the game, but you know, you're the ones where you're like, focus on yourself, big man. But look, still, talk to me, man. I ain't got too long, bro. So you tell me, man. You talk to me. Um, what have you got to say, man?
Cyprus strawberries are fantastic. The flavour,
They are good.
I say the sun. It's because of the sun, the concentration.
Yeah.
I get it.
it's the soil, it's the
Yes,
weather.
yeah.
Look,
The,
first of all, big up, shout out to Alex Mitchum and his amazing wife Becky. Went round their house this evening, had a few drinks. Becky made an amazing homemade carbonara. Then Alex and I went to the bar, watched the Spurs game, and it was such a great game that we spent most of the night talking about business, talking about things we got up to in the past. That's how great the game was. We spent the night talking about everything but football. But shout out to Alex and Becky. I don't know what fans expected, guys. Right? I sat there with Alex and I said we're going to lose 2-1 tonight. I predicted it on the Spurs five. We're going to lose 2-1. Fans that thought, yeah, we'll go Stamford Bridge, we'll get a point, we'll go Stamford Bridge, we'll get. We were never, ever, 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 ever in a million years going to Stamford Bridge and getting anything tonight. We never get anything tonight. There's four things guaranteed in life. You're going to pay taxes, you're going to die, Tottenham will beat Man City, and Tottenham will lose to Chelsea. Right? Those four things are guaranteed in life. That's how it goes. What we are to Chelsea, sorry, what we are to Man City, Chelsea are to us. And that's the reality of it. We were never getting anything tonight, guys. We were never going to do it. Spurs fans just get carried away or get caught up in the moment. I don't think we're going to go down because I think we're going to get something against Everton. I think we're going to stay up because De Zerbi hasn't lost a single game at home since he's been manager. Drew with Leeds, drew with Brighton, and we'll probably draw against Everton. And that's all we need. We need 1 point. Do you honestly think Everton are going to come to White Hart Lane and beat us? And West Ham are going to beat Leeds? And Leeds are a good team. I don't think that's going to happen. Spurs will stay up, probably on goal difference, and we'll celebrate like it's the Champions League final. We'll have a bus parade. There'll be smoke bombs and flags. Like, we did it. Yay. 17th place. Come on.
I mean,
Meanwhile, down the road, down the road, they'll be celebrating lifting their 14th Premier League title or league title. They'll be the Kings of England. They'll be celebrating what an achievement. 6 years in the making, sticking with one manager who's not even a good manager. He's all right, but they stuck with him. They gave him £1.2 billion, signed some good players, spent £100 million on one of the best number sixes in the world, Declan Rice. That's what you get when you run a football club properly. That's what happens when you run a football club the way you're supposed to run it. That's the rewards you get at the end of it. We saw Man United do it. We saw Liverpool do it. We've seen Man City do it. And now Arsenal have done it. That's how proper clubs are run. Meanwhile, at Tottenham, deluded. Deluded that you think, not you guys, but deluded to fans who think that this club's run properly. We don't want to protest. We don't want to boycott. We don't want to stand up to the owners. We don't want to stop spending money in the club shop. We don't want to do anything. As a fan base, we just accept it. We accept it. We accept it. And then what's going to happen next year? If it doesn't work, we'll accept it again. This is the problem, guys. This is the problem we've got at Tottenham. And if you dare do what I'm about to say, the fans are a problem. Tottenham Hotspur's fan base is a problem. You're the devil. Go and support Arsenal. Stell's a scumbag. Stell's a loser. No, I say it as it is. The clubs I just mentioned, Liverpool, Man United, Arsenal, they would never accept what is happening to our club. If what's happening to our club was going on at their club, guys, they would not accept it. But us, we're like, okay, next season, okay.
Yeah, pretty much summed it up, man. I haven't really got much more to say, other than yeah, you're right. I said I said, who did I say it to? I think it was to Barry before you came on. I said, like, what was you expecting in terms of the result? And I think maybe for some Spurs fans it might have been the performance. Maybe it was that. I don't know. But to be fair, like, you hit the nail on the head. Like, we're never gonna outperform Chelsea, despite how horrible they've looked this season. They still have the better quality. We were saying it when we were watching the watch along. That's the difference between us and them. You can see they've got £100 million midfielder there and there. We've got who we've got. We've got Gallagher. You know what I'm saying? So, and he got rattled tonight. So,
Look,
yeah, man. Like, it is what it is. You're right. We have to fight on. Keep the hope and fight on for Everton. Sorry, go on, Stel.
Spurs will stay up, Ash. Spurs will stay up, bro. It's all drama, right? We'll probably be 1-0 down to Everton. 5 minutes to go. Maddison comes on, gets the assist. 1-1. Party, and then maybe we get the winner in the last few seconds of extra time, and the newspapers will say Tottenham finally win at home just when it matters. They pull it out the bag, and that's what's going to happen. We'll just about stay up. But the reality is, man, I'm sorry, people that tell me that Mateus Tell's a good player, he's so bang average, it's shocking. He's an average football player that gets hyped up because he looks good amongst an average front line. Richarlison is awful. I don't care if he scored an open goal tap-in from 2 yards. I couldn't care less. Both of you would have scored that goal tonight. You two in the studio would have put that in the back. I would have put that in the back of the net. Barry would have put it in the back of the net. Iggy would have put it in the back of the net. Sim and Ben would have put it in the back of the net.
Too far.
Anyone watching this show tonight, you would have scored that goal, right?
So clip that part.
Richarlison, his touch is lame. His passing is lame. He had a header. Not only was he offside, he missed the target.
That's crazy.
I'm watching this donkey up front, right? This pigeon of a player. How are you the number 9 for Tottenham Hotspur? Tottenham Hotspur, who had Greaves, who had Crooks, who had Lineker, Sheringham, Kane, Dele Alli, Heung-min Son, Klinsmann. What are we doing here? We've got Richie as number 9. And then you look on the wing, Moani, my God. I can't believe it. Horrible. I can't believe Moani. He's got lots of skill, but as soon as he gets to the final third, he doesn't know how to pass, when to pass, how to shoot, who to pass to, where to shoot.
Horrible.
That pass, that assist he gave Chelsea for the second goal, that's one of the best midfield passes I've seen to the middle of the park to assist an opposition. You will never see another team assist the other team the way Moani did tonight. That pass right there, that was a resignation. That was a resignation letter. That pass from Moani was a resignation letter. And then you've got Tell. He huffs, he puffs. There's nothing at the end of it, guys. He scores a world-class goal against Leeds. Big deal. You got to be consistent. Tonight, I saw him take a shot. It ballooned upwards and diagonally to the right, and I think it landed in Cyprus. I think it landed near my house. That shot. I've never seen such a buckish shot like it. Right? And I've got people saying, Mateus Tell, he's doing really well for Tottenham. Listen, the front line of Spurs is diabolical. It's shocking. But I will say this, and I'm not being bitter or trying to do it for controversial purposes. How in the fucking hell did we not get a penalty? That blatant push on Van de Ven by Cucurella. Blatant push by Cucurella. If that was Arsenal, red card,
course.
penalty. Come on, man. What's going on? You see Kai Havertz last night. Blatant red. Nothing. Tonight, that fact. Are you telling me that wasn't a penalty to Tottenham Hotspur tonight, guys?
It's a conspiracy, bro. It's a conspiracy.
We've been ref differently the whole season.
Bro, when you saw it tonight and you saw the replays, because obviously I never got to listen to your commentary because I was in the bar watching the game. But when you two saw that and you saw the replays, please tell me if I'm wrong. Like, correct me.
No,
Say
I was
that
so confused because the ref went and the commentator said they gave a yellow card to Richarlison. And we were here looking, Richarlison's running away. And then we see Van de Ven being pulled. And Van de Ven was like, why is Van de Ven? Why have we not got a penalty?
Oh, by the way, I've got to shoot off. I've got an early start, but you lot carry on. Big up. Love as always. You lot carry on. And we'll talk soon, man. Peace and love.
Yeah. Ash, take care of yourself, bro.
But yeah, I think like it's crazy. I don't understand how. So the commentator said that it was Richarlison who got a yellow.
Yeah.
But then obviously some guy, George came on and he said that it was Cucurella got the yellow. So then we're thinking, so how is it not a penalty? How can he get a yellow card but not get a pen?
Right. Do you know what? I'm gonna go on Sky Sports now. Right. I'm gonna see who got the yellow. I'm gonna see because I didn't get a chance to check this, so I'll do it now whilst we're on the. Yeah, Cucurella got the yellow.
So what's going on here then? They're saying that apparently the ball was not in play, but the start of it was not in play. But even though the main foul happened when the ball's in play.
So Cucurella gets a yellow for fouling a Tottenham player in the box, but there's no penalty for the foul.
They said apparently that because the start of it happened whilst the Tell didn't take the corner, even though the most of it happened, he went on the floor when it was in play. I can't be arsed anymore, honestly.
How can you book a player for committing a foul in the box, but there's no penalty for the foul that he's just been booked for giving away? Please explain this to me. What world we're living in now?
I said if there was any other team, they get a penalty. Any other team. It doesn't make sense. It's like it happens every week. It's like I think everyone thinks Tottenham fans are just saying it because we're losing and stuff, but it generally happens every week.
Listen, I'm the founder of Stellegation, right? I want this to go down, crash and burn, ENIC to bury themselves in this failure, right? But even I come on these shows and I call out the refereeing, okay? Even I have to call it out because I'm honest. Honestly, when I saw that, I thought, that's a penalty. That's a blatant penalty. And do you know 100%. What? You put that penalty in the back of the net. It's 2-2. That's it. Tottenham have stayed up.
Yeah.
It's the unfairness of
Exactly.
the whole situation, and it happens to we saw what's his name, Xavi Simons. He got a red card for that lunge from behind on the back of the Achilles. And you see Kai Havertz do worse. It was worse what Kai Havertz did yesterday. Enough, you know what I mean? It's just
didn't
carry
even tell
on
him to go check the monitor. That's what I don't get.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's what I mean. Then that just looks like VAR just dictates decisions. And what's the point of it? Like, they just dictate, you don't even need to check the monitor. It's fine. It's not red. And we've seen it, even Foden did the same thing. And you know what's even worse? It was it was that period where, in about 3 weeks, we had Ekitike push Romero and score. Colomani pushes Gabriel, disallowed. And then someone does it to Dragusin and then Fulham score. How have we got on the worst end on every single decision in that period? In terms of the pushing in the back.
So I do a show called the Spurs 5, and every week PGM, OL, and referees and VAR, it comes up every week, and I kind of get bored of it because I'm sick of hearing it. But the reality is, you can't ignore it because it happens too often. Like everything you just said is true. Every single week, every single game, there's always that one moment where you say, "How have we just been done dirty like that?" Why are we always done dirty every single game? It's just, but you know why I don't like talking about it too much though, because it deflects away from how bad the
Yeah.
attackers at Tottenham Hotspur are. We have got the worst front three I've ever seen. I'm a bit older than you, so I saw Spurs in the late 80s, the 90s. And the 90s, we were terrible, by the way. And the last 25 years, the 2000s, this is the worst front three we've ever had. And we've had some bad front threes, but this front three is shocking. I've never seen an attacking lineup like this. Can I ask you, do you think De Zerbi, because I like De Zerbi, I'm really happy he's the Tottenham manager. Do you think De Zerbi, though, needs to stop playing with the front three when we've got so many
Yeah,
bad forwards?
I said this to Ash. I said, and I wasn't even talking about just De Zerbi. I was also talking about Watuda. We have so many injuries. The only place we had players is midfield. Why have we not gone for more midfielders and gone more compact in midfielders? What I don't get, instead of playing wingers. I didn't understand
Or
that. Why have we not tried that?
or play with, two strikers or one
Yeah,
striker and let the fullbacks push up and maybe
yeah.
be the attacking wing backs, stroke wingers, and they don't have to worry about dropping back too much because you've got more players in
Yeah.
midfield to cover them if
We
there's a
have more
counter.
quality in midfield than attack right now.
Well, we've got more players available in midfield.
Yeah, and that as
Look
well.
at look at the bench tonight. Bergvall, Sarr, Madison. These are all midfielders. We've got no attackers on the bench. Like
You still have
nothing.
Gray and Basuma on the bench as well. They didn't even get on. That's what I mean. That's why it doesn't make sense to me why we're not using that.
Yeah.
Congest the midfield. Because you have Mawani, like, I get everyone thinks he's bad. I understand he has been. But again, he's not a striker, and I get why he doesn't. Even though every footballer should know what to do. But cool, he's not a winger, so he doesn't know what to do, so he's an idiot. Whatever. When you look at the attack, Richarlison and Solanke, they both need to go. They're both just terrible. Richarlison's not a good footballer. He comes up with goals, he can score.
I wouldn't keep any attacker except for Mohamed Kudus. I'd get rid of Odebert, Tell, Solanke, Richarlison, Mawani. I would get rid of
All of them.
all of them. I'm not doing this bullshit. Oh, he's young. Give it time. No, 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 no. The academy is for the young players to give them time and patience. Not to spend 30, 40 million pounds on players we're going to be patient for. At the end of the day, if you sign for Tottenham Hotspur, you've got to start hitting the ground running within the first 6 months. Otherwise, what are we doing? What is the point of this?
Yeah.
None of them are fit to wear the shirt of Tottenham Hotspur. None of them. Only Mohamed Kudus has shown that he's got something about him in the front three.
Yeah.
The rest of them, listen, if fans want to big them up, then don't cry and complain when Spurs are 17th every season or when we don't score goals. Don't cry and complain when we lose games because these are your forwards. These are the attackers that you support as a fan base. If you're a fan that agrees with me, I think you do, then, well done because you've got standards and you're not going to accept the absolute rubbish that I watch every single week up front. It beggars belief, man. But look, I know it's late. You want to go home and that, but I do think Tottenham will stay up. I
I
do
don't
think
know.
they will stay up because I don't see a world where we lose at home to Everton on the
We've won
last
two, though.
day of the
We've won two
season.
games.
Yeah, but we just need a draw, though.
I know.
All we
I
need is a draw.
I think
De Zerbi's not lost at home
no.
since he's been here.
But I think what's going to happen is I just think West Ham won't beat Leeds. I think that's why we mainly stay up.
Listen, it's all in Spurs' hands, okay? All Spurs have to do is do not lose. Do not lose, and you stay in the Premier League. That's your mission. Don't lose the game.
But if we go into
And
a
West Ham,
situation where
West Ham
Ham
have
score,
to win. They have to, yeah, but West Ham have to win.
yeah,
They have to win. We don't have to. They do. So I just think there's too many things have to happen for West Ham to stay up.
yeah,
I think Spurs. I think we're going to stay up on goal difference. I think we're going to
yeah.
stay up on goal difference in the end. And do you know what?
It's so embarrassing.
It's embarrassing, but at the end of the day, whether you stay up on goal difference or whether you stay up by 2 points, 1 point, it's all the same thing. If you, the aim is finish 17th. If you finish 17th, look at Arsenal. They've been the most boring champions ever. They've stunk their way to a league title. 1-0, 1-0, 1-0,
Yeah.
corner kick, free kick. They're the worst champions I can ever remember. Do you think their fans care tonight? Do you think there's one Arsenal fan that gives a damn? Of course not. They're going to party all through the summer. They're going to rub it in our faces. So if we stay up being embarrassing, who's going to care? We've stayed up, right?
But it's just the embarrassment of being a Spurs fan at the moment. They're them winning the league and we're here. It's just awful.
Listen, I'm not embarrassed, bro. I'm not embarrassed.
You're not embarrassed about us being it.
Who are you embarrassed to be around? When do you ever feel embarrassed? When you're in what situations do you feel embarrassed?
It's just about, I guess, being a Spurs fan at this point. Like, it's just I feel like we're just the worst team in the Premier League. We generally are. We play like it.
I'm embarrassed that Spurs fans don't want to stand up to Enoch. I'm embarrassed Spurs fans weren't chanting Lange out, Vinay out, Lange out, Vinay out. I'm embarrassed Spurs fans accept this rubbish. That embarrasses me.
I agree with what you said about how if it was any other top 6 club, they would not be having this. 100%. You're correct with that. Not.
Listen, a lot of things that I say really rubs fans up the wrong way and people don't want to hear it. But the reality is, every single year we go through this. Like every year we go through this nonsense. New manager, new director of football, bottom half of the table. Even when we win a trophy, sack the manager, still finish 17th. Everything we do as a club just seems to backfire on us. And it all comes down to one thing. It's the way this club has been run. It's the way Tottenham has been run. Whether it's Levy, whether it's Joe Lewis, whether it's Joe Lewis's kids, whether it's Vinay, whether it's this person, whether it's Donna Cullen, whoever's at the top of this club constantly runs it in a way that is a joke. And I'm embarrassed that fans don't do anything about that. That's the bit I can't get my head around. So I'm not embarrassed because when an Arsenal fan tries to banter me, I just say, yeah, but I want the owners gone. And they all say, yeah, you've been saying that for a long time. I'm like, yeah, I have. So they can't really say much to me because I keep saying nothing changes at Tottenham until they go. It's the fans that don't do anything. They're going to feel embarrassed because they defend this rubbish. Look, we're going to stay up. So it doesn't even matter. We're going to stay up and we're going to give the new era a chance. And I just hope if Tottenham do stay up, which I think they will, I just really, really hope that Lange is fired. Vinay isn't the CEO next season. If Vinay stays, but there's a good football director, then maybe Vinay gets a year to prove himself. But whatever happens, if we stay up, if De Zerbi isn't given the players that he wants, and De Zerbi isn't building the squad that he wants, then we might as well sack De Zerbi now because it's all going to end in failure. Because I'm hearing rumours that, we're going to sign Robertson. What, the same guy that the club wanted when De Zerbi wasn't here?
Yeah.
The same Robertson that we would have signed in January if Liverpool's wing-back never got injured. When De Zerbi wasn't here. Well, there you go. So if we sign Robertson, that's not a De Zerbi signing, that's a club signing. Yeah. So you know already where this is going to go if that happens. You know?
Yeah.
I hope we don't sign Robertson because if we sign Robertson, that means De Zerbi's being given players. He's not asking for what he wants and being given those players. I want De Zerbi to be in charge and the new football director to work with De Zerbi. No, if I don't see that in the summer,
I don't think that's going to happen.
I care less about next season. Well, then we'll be back here again, unfortunately. We'll be back here again, whether it's in 6 months, 12 months, 2 years' time, we'll be back here again. Every Spurs fan deep down knows how this plays out. So
let's see, though. Everywhere. Not even just players.
You can only
everything.
You can only rebuild if the board changes its behaviour. You can only rebuild if we have a proper football director that works with the manager and them two control the ship. We can only have a rebuild if the fans have standards and the fans hold the board to account. They don't just accept what happens. Until those things change, nothing's going to change. I've seen this story too many times, but look, we were never going to win tonight, so I'm not surprised. We're going to get at least a point against Everton, and Tottenham will be in the Premier League next season. I don't doubt it. I honestly, I'm not just saying it for clickbait. Spurs will stay up next season because we will do just about enough against Everton.
I hope so, man. I can only pray, honestly, because it would. I know you believe in the relegation, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't think anyone truly knows what can happen.
We're gonna stay up. We're gonna stay up.
Okay, I'll believe you.
Listen, I'll come back on after the
Okay.
Everton game, and we can all talk about how we just about survived.
Okay, I'll put my trust in you.
All right, bro. You have a
Thank
good
you.
night. Safe journey home.
You too.